Hey guys, this is how to become a good creator and a good user on social media by your podcast host, Dr. Tanko. So, I need to catch my breath for a second because I just took in some boxes. Anyways, so here's some advice from a content creator and a user in the internet. So, one thing we need to focus on the most of time is basically what I just said, time. So, basically, being a good creator, you have to have time. So, basically, the main key frame is time. Because basically, time it does constrict very fast. So, basically, the main goal of time is to just wait and one day you'll become popular on social media like all the hit creators on the internet, Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, Boom, yeah, all those content users you guys know and love. Then you'll become popular like them one day. So basically, this is the podcast of how to become a good user. This is my first podcast I've ever done, so pardon me if I get a little stuttery on some podcast talks. I mean, I know my last video wasn't that popular, but I'm okay with it because basically it takes some time for people to recognize. And I'm also trying to communicate with YouTube on basically getting it a little more popular. Now, anyways, back to the topic. Back to the topic of this podcast. Main key frame is time. And I do have a story for y'all when I was back in 7th grade about a couple years ago. So a couple years ago, when I was in 7th grade, I made a Fortnite creator island, and I wanted to post it. And one of the instructions said that I had to hit 1,000 followers on one of my accounts. So Twitch, I regret doing it to this day. I did the Discord bots from Phoenix Community on Discord. So one thing that's important to be for stream or content creators, don't use follow bots. Just don't. It'll just be a waste of time. And basically, one other thing we also have to say is, well, when I was done with that bot, when I was done hitting 1,000 followers from those bots, I found out I had to pay taxes for the islands, and my family was like, heck no. So I canceled the project, and basically another alternative I came up with was to just leave the followers because I had no idea what to do with them. So, and that's how I'm kind of stuck on Twitch followers, about 300. And YouTube, I'm not as popular. I mean, I just posted content on YouTube about at least a few days ago. Posted one last Sunday, and I also posted one a few days ago. So basically, it's a little difficult to be a creator because, I mean, you are going to get some hates, and also you're also going to get a lot of peer pressure for different videos and views. But main thing is to focus on it. Is just focus your balance, and also just don't be tempted. Okay, just don't be tempted. All right. And another thing we have to discuss about for how to become a good user for podcasts. So one thing we also have to say for the podcast videos is I will probably be posting more how-to tutorials in life, like how to become a good player for football because I'm a high school football player, or maybe, and one thing you gotta do for your videos, and if you want to raise in popularity, is basically, well, let your mind go everywhere and just figure out what to post and whatever you and do what you desire basically. Do what you entirely desire basically, and just live up your dream and keep up going with and follow your heart, follow your soul, and follow your religion leader. And he says, if it's a good idea, then do it. And if it's not a good idea you're thinking, then don't do it. Just change up the subject, basically. Like when I had troubles one time in Deviant. that was a long time ago when Russia and Ukraine were in war. In 2022, about nearly 3 years ago. So about 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 nearly 2 years ago. I was on DeviantArt and I was posting jokes a lot of the USSR for different characters. I was editing for photos. So basically, this one day I heard about the Russian-Ukrainian war, and that had me change my mind, having me to stop posting of the Russian of the Soviet story fan base because for the sake of Ukraine and Russia. So I had to stop doing that, and also I salute for the victims who are currently going on through the Russian and Ukrainian war. And also, I also haven't thought of an idea of editing one of my characters for Israel and Palestine. But right now would not be a good time because of the current Israeli and Hamas war. So basically, if it's during a bad time and you're thinking of something, just change your mind. Just change it. And don't insult other people. Keep your opinions. Keep your opinions to yourself. I mean, I'm in my country, America. In America, we all have our own opinions and our own differences in America. And it's best not to insult these people, like throwing racist comments, making fun of genders, everything basically. And basically, just believe in your own freedom rights, but just don't be like mean to other people and or be racist about it. Because people will probably hate you for that, and you'll get like canceled all over. And that's what I tend not to do when you're trying to become a content creator, also known as a good user. So that's my main goal, is to basically not become a racist person and just keep it clean. And if you want whole family demographic views, then just limit your cussing. And if you accidentally cuss, then just censor it. Just add like a censor beep. I mean, and I can say a story for mine. And I can definitely say a story for and it was a Discord soundboard I added, and it was a requested soundboard that I had a long time ago. I had at least a long time. So, and the soundboard was called "What the F is a Kilometer." So basically, I did agree with the idea, but although I have it set for all ages for the server, basically I had an alternative idea to basically censor the F word. I decided to censor it. And it took me many tries to figure it out, but I managed to get it, and then it came out as a final result pretty well. So basically, if you have any dreams, follow them. Just let your heart guide through them, and just let your soul guide, okay? And basically, these are all the steps you need to become a good creator and a good user. And remember the 5 elements of becoming a good creator and user: time, patience, time, patience, ideas, opinions, and finally, the most important thing, friendliness. That's the most important thing, is friendliness. Because if you want to be friends with all people, then you gotta be friendly in the online community as well. Because if you're friends with the online community, it could, like, depending how you behave in the online community, can really impact on what you do in real life. Because could really impact what you behave in real life, basically. And I got a story to tell y'all for that. A story. So there was this one time, it was a long time ago, that I remember. That one time when I was I was thinking at the time of, I was pretty young then. But I did say the H word from when I learned from a YouTube video, the H word, and they just told me not to say that word. So basically, main thing is influence. You just gotta be a good influence on people and not spread hate and terrorism everywhere, and just stop all mean things. And now, with all that podcast being wrapped, this is How to Become a Good User by Dr. Tenko. So, y'all take care. Peace. See you next time, and happy holidays.